Hello and welcome to this Excel tutorial video. We're gonna go over on how to use Excel. So what is Excel? Excel is a spreadsheet program. So what does this mean? It's a program that can organize, manipulate and arrange data in rows and columns. We can perform advanced calculations, create charts, models, automate tasks and more. So this is why Excel is one of the most widely used software on the planet. So if you never used a spreadsheet before, then I highly recommend you learn how to use Excel here. So let's begin. You're introduced to a few choices here. You can either use some templates or a blank workbook. I recommend going with a blank workbook because you want to build your own workbooks, and which is highly recommended. Okay, so when you open the workbook, you're introduced to the interface and the sheet area. You have the ribbon with the different tabs here. So I'm in the home tab right now, and mine might look a bit different, but don't worry. Here below we have our sheet area. Here in the letters here are called columns. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc. And on the left side we have rows. Labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these boxes here are called cells. You can move around here with the arrow keys. I recommend trying to use the keyboard quite a lot when you're a beginner. So what can we do with the cells? We can enter some text here, for example. So you can either double click or press F2. So let's type something. Hello, my name is... I press enter here, and we see that the text spills over to the other cell here. So remember, this cell right here that we wrote our text is called cell B3. It's like a coordinate system. You mention the column first and then the row number. So for example, this cell down here is called B11 because it's in column B and in row 11. Okay, so how do we expand this cell here so we make it fit all in the B cell here? There are multiple ways. We can, for example, wrap the text into multiple lines like this, or we can simply click between the columns here, between column B and C, and drag it how much we like. Another alternative is simply just double clicking and it will automatically expand. Okay, let's try working with numbers instead. Okay, so let's, for example, add 1 plus 1. And we want to calculate the result of that. We have to make something called a formula whenever we are making a calculation. That means at the start of each formula, we have to enter an equal sign. You can use a plus sign as well, but stick to the equal sign for now. So we can enter 1 plus 1. Okay, now we get 2. And you can use other operators. You can change it to a asterisk here for multiplication. Change it to division. You can change it to minus, etc. So let's keep it at plus here. Now, there is another way you can calculate this. You can use something called references. So let's type 1 in B8 and C8. And now let's type a new formula here in B7 equals, and then use the arrow keys here. And you'll notice we reference a cell now. So all contents in cell B8 will be returned in B7. And we can use multiple cell references here. We can add B8 with C8. So if you get stuck and can't use the arrow keys for some reason, make sure you press F2 again. And then B8 plus C8, and we get 2 as well. Now, instead of having to edit our formula time and time again like we did here, like for example, if we want to change it to 1 plus 2, we have to go in and change to 1 plus 2 here. Instead, we can simply change number here. So let's try 4, 4. And now it's fully dynamic. So we can simply just type the numbers here instead. So this is kind of, now we're starting to see why spreadsheets are kind of powerful. And this is also very essential when building models. But this is just the start of it. This is very simple referencing. I'll also go over a bit quickly here on the bottom line here, or the bottom. You see that our sheet, there's a sheet 1 here. This means that this is our current worksheet. Remember, our file is a workbook. And in a workbook, we can have multiple sheets. So to create a new sheet, we can press the plus sign here. And why would you have multiple sheets in a workbook? Well, the reason is because when our project grows larger, it might be a bit messy and we might want to organize it into different sheets, sometimes in different workbooks. So that's why we use multiple sheets. Okay, so let's delete this sheet right here. And that's it for the first part. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I will see you in the next part. Thanks.